During his mixed martial arts career, the Irishman has competed as a featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight. As of 2018, he is ranked second on UFC's pound-for-pound rankings. In 2008, McGregor started his MMA career and, in 2012, he won both the Cage Warriors featherweight and lightweight championships, holding both titles simultaneously before vacating them to sign with the UFC. In 2015, at UFC 194, he defeated Jose Aldo for the UFC Featherweight Championship via knockout 13 seconds into the first round. This was the fastest victory in UFC title fight history. Upon defeating Eddie Alvarez for the UFC Lightweight Championship at UFC 205, McGregor became the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in two weight divisions simultaneously. Jon Jones has been a force in the MMA world from the very first day. He took the world by storm with his wins. His height and reach make it difficult for most people to take him on. His use of his elbows in his fights makes it difficult for anyone to take him on, but they have also gotten him in trouble. His one loss came because of the disqualification for the illegal use of his elbows. His last fight against Cormier saw him recapture the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. However, that did not end well for him. The fighter's test samples allegedly tested positive for an anabolic steroid in 2017, which saw him stripped of the title and the result of the last fight overturned. Cormier was given the title, and Jones' test samples were confirmed to contain turinabol. With the allegations hanging over his head, it cannot be ascertained when Jones will return to the octagon. His career till this point has been an immensely successful one, however, and he has had several impressive fights. Newly crowned UFC heavyweight world champion Daniel D.C. Cormier shocked the world with a scintillating first-round knockout of former title holder St-Pierre at UFC 226. As of October 4, 2018, he is the #1 ranked pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC. Cormier is the second of two fighters in UFC history to hold titles in two weight classes simultaneously. Prior to the UFC, Cormier was Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix champion and King of the Cage Heavyweight champion. He holds the distinction of having won a world championship belt in every promotion for which he has fought. Cormier is considered to be one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. After the fight with Miocic, he called ex-UFC heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar, who came into the cage to challenge Cormier and created havoc. Cormier took it all in, which just guarantees a mega payday for the both of them. Georges Rush. St-Pierre is arguably the greatest fighter of all time. GSP began learning Kyokushin karate at a young age and subsequently began training in other disciplines such as boxing, wrestling and BJJ among others for a career in the sport of MMA. St-Pierre competed in MMA from 2002 to 2013 and then returned to the sport last year. While GSP is presently dealing with a dangerous disease known as ulcerative colitis, his legacy as one of the best UFC fighters is already secure. St-Pierre, who always had great striking fundamentals, added world-class wrestling to his game after his upset loss to Matsura, one that GSP eventually avenged in brutal fashion. St-Pierre is one of the rare greats in the sport of MMA to have never tested positive for steroids and is regarded as a great technician inside the cage and a class act out of it. A former UFC middleweight champion, Silva holds the longest title streak in UFC history, which ended in 2013 after 2,457 days, with 16 consecutive wins and 10 title defenses. He has 13 post-fight bonuses, the second most in UFC history. UFC President Dana White and several mixed martial arts publications have called Silva the greatest mixed martial artist and best UFC fighter of all time. The absolute best martial artist to ever step in the octagon. No other fighter has consistently made talented competition look so average. His career will continue to be measured until it's over. But as of now, he's the best of all.